Selling products on Amazon FBA in 2024 is super competitive, but coming from someone who made over $100,000 profit in just my first year, you can beat 99% of the competition if you take the right steps, which is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. My name is Miles, and I've helped over 100 Amazon sellers. We'll pop a bunch of them up on screen, go from complete beginner to seven-figure seller. And in this video, I'm going to give you everything I've seen in those successful sellers and seen in myself being really deep in the Amazon community the past couple of years, so you can learn quicker, succeed quicker, and avoid a bunch of mistakes. Let's get right into it. One of the main traits I've seen in successful top 1% Amazon sellers is just taking action daily and showing up and being super consistent. A big mistake I made when I was trying other online businesses like SMA and dropshipping is I just didn't show up every day and I didn't take aggressive action or get around like-minded people who are working on the same thing. It's important to note, guys, that business models don't fail, people do. Your success is your responsibility, and if you're gonna get it, you have to show up every day. That can include making sure you source for 2 hours every night, or having a to-do list of stuff to go over, or making sure being consistent posting content to attract other Amazon sellers into your network. Whatever you do, you have to make sure you stay consistent and really adopt a long-term mindset. It doesn't really work quick, but it works pretty much for sure over time if you really stick with it. And that everyone I know who's a top 1% Amazon seller has showed up every day for months, if not years, and that's how they became successful. If you're afraid of mistakes or taking calculated risks, selling on Amazon might not be for you. The only way to learn by doing. If you wanted to learn how to write, you wouldn't just watch YouTube videos about writing, you'd spend a hell of a lot of time writing and getting reps in. It's the same exact thing with sports, and it's the same exact thing with selling on Amazon, that if this is gonna work, you're gonna have to put in a ton of work and take action daily. What's the worst thing that happens? You sell a product at break even or lose a little bit of money here and there and still learn and still see that proof of concept. If you compare that to the challenges your ancestors dealt with conquering far off lands or fighting wildebeest or whatever, selling on Amazon and making money online doesn't seem that nerve-wracking. There's no need to be nervous. This is up to you, and there's a ton of opportunity in the world. It's a beautiful thing. Make sure you get your piece of the pie. Another important thing I've seen from all the top 1% Amazon sellers I know is they hang out around other top 1% Amazon sellers, but it wasn't always that way. They made friend groups when they were newer sellers and built up from there. We'll pop it up on the screen. A couple months ago, I was literally in my friend Garrett, All Out Amazon's wedding, who I do the Buy Box Bandits podcast with, and we met a couple years ago on Amazon Instagram and just got on a Zoom call as both beginner sellers and just started sourcing the same products and finding the same leads, talking through different opportunities. And as a result, we both avoided a bunch of mistakes, and it was a lot more fun, and it was a lot more profitable. All my friends who are pretty successful selling Amazon talk to other Amazon sellers every day. And I get DMs all the time from newer sellers who are feeling really lost, feeling really lonely, and almost always they don't have any other Amazon sellers or online business people in their life. So naturally, they have to find all the opportunity on their own. They make a lot of mistakes because they don't get to learn from other people's mistakes. And it's just a lot less fun. So one of the biggest recommendations I can give you as a beginner seller is getting online, getting on Instagram, getting on Twitter, and documenting your journey and just being at the lunch table, being in the community. And that's going to introduce cool people into your life. Because let's be honest, guys, you're probably not going to find cool Amazon sellers in person. Otherwise, you would have already. However, we know with full statistical probability that those Amazon sellers are on Instagram, are on Twitter. They are in our free Discord, which I'll link in the description, that you should definitely check out. And it just becomes a lot more fun, a lot easier, and a lot more worthwhile if you get in the community and be active and be consistent. That's like pretty much the main thing is all this game I'm giving you guys is you have to actually do it for a while, and you have to look at what other people are doing and model it. Because we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're reselling name brand products. It's very clear what websites carry these products with online arbitrage, and then it just comes down to finding an edge and actually implementing all the different discount mechanisms. That's one of the main differences I see between sellers who win big and sellers who don't, is actually understanding that you don't find items good, you make items good using coupons and sales and discounted gift cards. So make sure if you're not doing this stuff, you write this down and actually start doing it in product research. It's gonna make a big difference. Discounted gift cards with top cashback and card bearer are really helpful. Finding extra coupon codes on Capital One Shopping, Coupon Birds, Rakuten, and Top Cashback are really helpful as well. Taking advantage of all the different holiday sales that happen. Labor Day, for example, is coming up, and then October Prime Day, Halloween, and then early Black Friday sales, and then eventually Black Friday sales. Those are some of the best sourcing days of the entire year, so make sure you're fully ready for those, as well as taking advantage of rewards programs like Kohl's Cash and Rack Room Shoes Rewards, and looking to combine all these different discounts together, like rewards plus a coupon plus a discounted gift card. That's going to give you massive competitive advantage, because the biggest mistake I see a lot of beginners make is they expect stuff to just be sitting profitable on a website, which would be a bad thing because it meant a ton of Amazon sellers would find that item profitable. Where there's going to be a lot of profitable SKUs is when you make the items good, you don't find them good. It's also important that you guys stay organized. If you want to become a great Amazon seller, you need to be super organized. There's three main components to that I see. The first one is going to be tracking your leads effectively and making sure you're maximizing your lead values over time, because all the time I see new sellers find items that are close to good or they're out of stock and they just leave those items and keep sourcing. Instead, what you actually should do is use the one-click export feature with SellerAmp Google Sheets and one-click export those leads out to an almost good or an out of stock or a back to school or a Q4 spreadsheet, and then you have those leads organized for the future. Another cool organization tip is using the Keepa tracking alerts feature, so you can get notified via email of when an item becomes profitable. If you're paying 10 bucks for a product and it's selling for 22 on Amazon, which is probably not quite profitable, but it has a history on the Keepa chart of going for 25 or 26 bucks plus consistently, but it's not there, you can just, with a couple clicks, get notified when it becomes profitable again using the Keepa tracking alerts feature. Another really helpful thing for organization and inventory management on top of those SellerAmp and Keepa features is going to be using Boxem to create your FBA shipments and manage your inventory, which is going to make life a lot easier. And we have full analytics coming out soon to Boxem. If you want to grow your business fast, you need to be as efficient as possible, which is going to mean taking advantage of merchant fulfilled to scale up quick and using 2D barcodes for your FBA shipments using the Boxem Professional plan, which gives you the special FBA box labels, which tend to lead to quick check-in times. I have a full tutorial on how Boxem works on my channel, but there's a bunch of features that can help you grow your business fast. Scaling up your Amazon business fast also tends to consist of a lot of merch fulfilled. So big mistake I see beginners make is trying to delegate, trying to get a prep center, trying to get a virtual assistant too quick. Instead, understand there's different stepping stones and utilizing merch fulfilled and making sure you're shipping using merch fulfilled to scale quick and not need to worry about FBA check-in times, just being able to sell an item right when you get it in hand or right when you source it retail arbitrage is going to save you a ton of time and allow you to grow your business quicker. All right, guys, want to interrupt you real quick. I do want to let you know that a lot of the top 1% sellers I've been able to create were done so through my coaching program. If you're super serious, consistent, and hardworking, now's a great time to apply for my coaching program with Q4 right around the corner. So I'll leave a link down below in the description if you're looking to work directly with me to scale up your Amazon business and work super hard, be consistent, and have a lot of fun. That's going to include 3 group coaching calls per week, as well as a one-on-one live sourcing call with myself, where we'll be able to connect and get to know each other. You'll have my personal phone number for any questions, and I'll get you connected with other cool Amazon sellers to work with. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, now's a great time to do that with Q4 right around the corner. Take a look at the link in the description and go ahead and apply. You can see some other people we've helped. And let's keep going with the video. Some tips that are helpful for merch filled, especially with Q4. I like buying my poly mailers from Amazon, my boxes from Walmart or Uline. I'm a huge fan of using 0-day handling time, which is a little bit more work, but it also gets you way more buy box share. Only going deep on a product when it's sold really well. Raising prices when something's selling really well is a pro tip too, especially as we get into December as well the next couple months. And really just not reinventing the wheel and looking at what products other sellers are successfully merch filling, especially if it's under £1 and above 20 bucks. Got to make sure you toggle over the merch filled feature on SellerAmp. It'll show what those items actually go for. If you want a really good walkthrough on how merch filled works, just go to howtofbm.com. It's just howtofbm.com. It's a domain I bought. Make your guys' FBM season a lot easier this year. That'll give you a full walkthrough on like all the expedited shipping costs, FBM estimate shipping costs, everything like that. Overall, becoming a successful Amazon seller pretty much just comes down to a few things. Do it consistently and do it for a while. Find other cool Amazon sellers to work with and really step up to the plate big when you're doing product sourcing, taking into account all those different discount mechanisms like discounted gift cards, coupons, sales, etc., and making sure you're taking full advantage of Q4. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys saw in this video, please make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe for more. If you want personalized one-on-one access to me as well, I'll leave a link down below in the description for my coaching program too. If you want a full, really good overview on how to get going with the stuff, I do have a free course here as well you should check out too. See you guys in the next one.